Hi, I'm Rick Snyder, CEO of Invisible Edge and author of Decisive Intuition, and I'm excited to co-host and co-lead this incredible workshop called Read the Body, Read the Room, Lead the Conversation with my co-host, David Schneer. David, do you want to share a little bit about your background?
Hey, Rick, thanks for having me, and I'm excited to talk about intuition and body language. I'm the CEO of Merrill Research and also the Merrill Institute for Nonverbal Intelligence. And I have been conducting mostly qualitative face-to-face research for the better part of 3 to 4 decades. And I'm here to tell you, Rick, and you know this, that oftentimes what comes out of somebody's mouth is not what their body is saying.
That's actually why I named my company Invisible Edge, is making the invisible visible. So all the things that leadership is not talking about in the room, or places where they're not aligned but no one's saying anything, or they're nodding in agreement but they're actually not in alignment. And so that's where a lot of our passion comes from, is helping name the elephants in the room in a way that people can hear. And that only deepens connection, honesty, authenticity, communication with leadership teams, helping sales processes, interviewing more accurately, helping get to the customer service issue, maybe even before they're aware of the issue.
So think about it. You're a leader and you have a very talented and expensive team assembled to get a job done. And you need to make sure that just like a sports team, that everybody's in the right position and singing from the same song sheet and really in agreement with what you need to do. But what happens if you miss that? What happens as you're talking to a colleague and you see them nodding and smiling and you don't understand that that's just a social smile? That's not real agreement.
That's right.
How do you spot real agreement or disagreement?
Right. That's what I'm most excited about in co-piloting with you in this program. And we're going to be coming live to a select group of leaders, such as yourself, on October 7th in Carlsbad, California, in the morning session from 9 to 12. And we're going to be diving deep into the practical, into the specific, and both of us bringing together our bodies of work together in a very experiential program for the people in the audience. So it's not a lecture style. This is very much going to be helping you get in touch with your intuitive receptivity and being able to read the signals across the table and a lot of the different exercises we're going to get to do together.
In addition to that, Rick, we're going to be talking about the environment and what that means. And if you really want someone to level with you and to be honest with you, you need to make them comfortable. And the environment and how you set that up plays a huge role, although subtle, in helping people foster successful communications. So we'll talk about things like couches versus desks, not standing behind a podium. Things like having a quiet area where you can sit side by side with somebody and mirror with them physically and verbally to foster better communications.
And even if you're remote, so if you're doing remote interviewing or connecting with your team and you want to build that deeper connection or get to the bottom of what the issue might be, we're going to be teaching you those practical tools to lead your team, whether they're in person or remote, to get the most out of the people you're working with closest.
Correct. Like my mentor, Joe Navarro, says, the torso is a billboard of information. And how to understand that and read that in a Zoom environment or virtual environment is critical. And there's a lot of information there. So don't think for a minute that these 4K cameras miss anything.
That's right. And I mean, what I'm most excited about with your FBI training and my work in intuition and research, I'm excited for people in the room to get a better sense of their being able to track the body and the movements, that what's not being said, the energetics and group dynamics in the room, power dynamics, all those really key areas that we need to focus on that just inform how we show up and how we lead.
Leadership is not just heard, it's seen.
Yeah.
Okay. And so we'll be talking about the look of leadership, and how to use your hands, how to use your voice, how to use your body as you're communicating, to the point where people begin to sense that you're put together, you're smooth, you know what you're talking about. You become believable and maybe even trustworthy.
That's one of my favorite definitions of leadership presence, is you're signaling you have what it takes. So what are some of the hand gestures, the body language, but also how you express something, your tone, your cadence, and your groundedness. And so that's what I'm most excited to get into in this morning session with you. And even how do you suss out if someone's being authentic with you or not across the table, if they're performing, whether they're in a job interview or a sales conversation that's really going nowhere, but they're pretending that it might go somewhere. So how do you track these cues, and then what do you do with that information is really so critical.
You talk about job candidates and hiring. HR is in a very critical position these days to make sure that they hire the right fit, if you will, whatever that means. But I've read that hiring somebody who appeared to be confident and capable only to disintegrate in 2 to 3 weeks into something that's a toxic, smoldering mess, that kind of mistake costs 30 to 40% of a person's salary to fix that. Wouldn't it be nice to avoid those kinds of situations?
That's right. And so this is going to be incredibly applicable to folks on a leadership team. If you have your own team that you're trying to manage effectively, job interview situations for HR, it could be sales conversations and getting a read on your prospect. It could be even if you're doing a pitch in front of your VCs or an audience, and how do you need to read the room and pivot in the moment? And all of these applications, plus we haven't even talked about the personal.
Oh, yeah.
So how does it show up in our personal life, and whether we have a spouse or children or important people in our lives, and how do we read what's happening in social situations and personal lives? It's equally valuable in that area too.
Oh, imagine with your significant other that you get to the point where you posit a supposition, stay in or go out, and you can see the answer on their face before they actually say anything. And it cuts to the chase.
Yeah.
Lawyers, teachers, clergy, any, client or student facing position should be interested in what we're going to be doing in Carlsbad.
That's right. So if you're intrigued, I highly recommend you check out the rest of this landing page below and click on that ticket to come to Carlsbad on October 7th. And we're very excited to be in the room with you. We got a couple special bonuses as well. But mostly it's going to be an incredible time to be together and to learn. So please bring your growth mindset and let's have a lot of fun.
I'm going to challenge folks that come to this to when they leave, that they actually see some of the things that we talk about and get back to us.
Yeah.
And they'll be, when we're done with them, they're going to be able to walk away with some super important leadership skills.
That's right. And hopefully this is not a one-off. We want this to be an ongoing conversation and training in depth. So that's our intention. So see you October 7th, and stay in touch with us leading up to that. And any last words you want to say, David?
Thank you very much, and see you soon.
Okay. Thank you all very much.